Okay. This seems like a Sableye team, or a team that has a pretty strong Trick Room mode with Gastrodon and Marowak. I think we are going to Comfy Primarina. We're going to Marowak just in case of... just in case of... Who's it? Amoonguss. And also Toxtricity. Serena's really good against... Serena's really good against... I think we're going to bring Guja. I feel like I've played against this person on Ranked. I've definitely played against the version... I've played against a version of this. Good luck, have fun. I played against a version of this team. I feel like it's Sunny Day Wildfire to start, expecting me not to max Geyser into Charizard. I don't want to see a switch into Gastrodon, which is always the risk, but I feel like usually this team doesn't switch into Gastro turn 1. But that is risky. It's risky regardless. Alright, let's see how they lead. Toxtricity Marowak. Really interesting. Okay. You know, for this lead, I think we switch to Marowak of our own. Although they know that that's a thing. They know we can do that. Max Ooze would still be very bad, so I think we are going to Dynamax, and we are going to Geyser to Toxtricity. Because Marowak doesn't worry me as much. That's a cute little tongue move. A double into Primarina of Ooze and Bonemerang would be bad. Or Ooze and Poltergeist. We bring out our own Marowak. That's not great because that means they probably just overdrived instead of a max. But it is fine in that overdrive should KO, overdrive should trigger our weakness policy, which is net good. Yeah. Does a lot of damage. Weakness policy goes off. I guess I should have geysered. Marowak. But no, Toxtricity is a big threat, and I'm not as worried about Marowak. Poltergeist would be bad because I think Poltergeist will KO Primarina from this range. Oh, but it won't work because of weakness policy. Yeah, cool. That's right. That's cool. I'm glad to see it. Yeah, that was an okay turn 1 for us. Let's see what they've got. Let's see if they've got anything that can immediately KO Primarina. I'm not as worried about Marowak at this point. But Marowak does threaten my own Marowak pretty bad. And if I can KO their Marowak, then I'm in a pretty good spot to try to set up Trick Room. Okay. That's actually cool because the water is going to... I'm going to bring Comfy back out. It makes me much less afraid of Wildfire from their Charizard. I'm bringing my Comfy back out so I can try to set up Trick Room and so that I can heal my Primarina up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised by a Gastrodon switch in on their part. I feel like it's either Gastrodon switch-in or Overgrowth, Max Overgrowth from Charizard. Either way, bringing Comfy out makes the most sense, I think. Yep, Charizard gets big. I think. Could be Marowak getting big, too, which wouldn't be the worst either, especially if it tries to... Yeah, it's Charizard. Charizard gets big. I would not be surprised by a Overgrowth. Max Guard. Yep, there it is. Poltergeist into Comfy. Makes sense. Should do a lot of damage. Doesn't get the KO though. This is tricky because if they switch into Gastrodon, we're in a pretty bad spot. But I do think... I think we have to go for it. Although we could... You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to Starfall into the Marowak slot, predicting a Gastrodon switch-in. I don't know if that's what we're going to get. But either way, we're going to put a bunch of damage on Marowak, which is good. Damn. Could have safely gotten Charizard. Here comes Overgrowth. Oh, they called my ally switch. Alright, good for them. Oof, yeah, okay. We're in not the greatest spot right now. That Charizard is just so threatening. Bone Ring, yeah. Oof, okay. Goodra Marowak. The problem is their Marowak is protecting their Charizard from their Marowak is protecting their Charizard from my Goodra Thunder Punching. I don't know if they can KO my Marowak from there, but I'm going to detect just in case. Their Charizard might be carrying Max Ground, which would be pretty bad. I could also see it max Airstreaming just to get the speed up. I don't feel great about our positioning in this game. Detect to protect us from Quake. Yep. Okay. That's at the very least good because if hopefully they doubled into Marowak. If they doubled into Marowak, then yeah, Charizard's Life Orb. Okay, that does a good chunk of damage. Shit. Alright. I think we live this. We don't. Is that a crit? Oof. Yeah. No, we're getting rolled this game. I think Scorching Sands probably picks up the KO, but on the off chance that it doesn't, we're going to Poltergeist into Marowak because I know Marowak does pick up the KO. Yeah. Scorching Sands is good and it gives... yeah. Oh, you get your Poltergeist in first. Good game to my opponent. I really should have geysered into Charizard on the turn. I really was expecting a Gastrodon switch in. Which that's sort of the brilliance of Gastrodon, right? Is you play mind games with using any sort of water moves. But yeah, we're gonna try again. Hopefully we can pull this out. Otherwise, we are going to be out of the running for finals, which would be a shame. But you know, I think we played decently, at least the first couple matches. I don't feel bad about how we've done by any means. We can always do better. And there will be future tournaments, which is exciting. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, GG. Oh, they accidentally reported me as having won the first match. Very, very funny. Well, they've got an admin in here to fix it, I guess. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we did not win that first match, even if they reported it as such. All right, we're gonna battle with the same rules. We're gonna keep Clara. Here we go. All right, let's pick our Pokemon. I think I'm gonna lead the same. I think I'm gonna lead the same. I didn't have to switch into Marowak that time because of Overdrive. I still think Gudra's the way to go based on its special bulk. This seems like a really special attacker heavy team. Opponent is having some technical issues. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm recording this, and we know that our opponent won, and if they need evidence, I do have it. All right, take that in. Claire's music is a bop. Gastrotox. Alright. Interesting choice. let's do this. I'm gonna expect an overdrive from Gastrodon, or from Tox. I'm going to let that trigger weakness policy, and we're gonna Starfall into Gastrodon. Weakness policy Starfall should take out Gastrodon. And then after that, we can. This might be a mistake. This might be a mistake because I don't have a great way of taking out Toxtricity. Oh, unless I Trick Room. Yeah. I think we should outspeed Gastrodon because Gastrodon is extremely slow. So this should KO Gastrodon, and it should get us up Trick Room. With Trick Room up, I'm a lot less afraid of Toxtricity. And with Gastrodon gone, I can safely max water into anything, basically. Which means I have my choice of Floral Healing. Okay, Marowak. I'm not worried about Poltergeist into Primarina. I guess there's a chance that they max Marowak and they max Ghost, which would be not great, but I think I might survive a max Ghost. I could be totally wrong. Max Flare would not be ideal because that would potentially stop me from KOing Toxtricity. But I do have my own Marowak, who I think is a pretty good matchup against this Marowak. Yeah, Max Marowak. Max Flare into Primarina I could see happening, or into Comfy to KO Comfy I could see. But Floral Healing will at least hopefully put me out of KO range. Max Ghost will still do a lot, yeah, Phantasm. Okay. We survive. Defense falls, that's fine. Yeah, Tox is the one I was worried about, so getting rid of Tox is clutch. Right now, Trick Room is more helping them than anything else. We'll see what their last Pokemon is. It's Charizard. Do I want to ally switch? I feel decently about my Pokemon's chance of taking down Marowak and Charizard, even if Primarina drops. So I'm gonna ally switch, hoping they target into Primarina. If they didn't, well, then I lose 2. But I think that my Poltergeist can take out their Marowak, and I think that Goodra should be able to take out Charizard. Especially in the rain, especially with Misty Terrain up, where I don't have to worry about getting burned. They're probably trying to decide if I ally switched or not. Hopefully they did call that. If they did, well then... Yeah, Max Break. Okay, Special Defense raises. I should still take out Marowak with... Max Geyser. Something's dropped. Yeah, Marowak should still go down to this. Absolutely. And they might get the double KO, but I'm not as worried about that because Trick Room is still up. And... yeah, that's fine. Because I can go for the Poltergeist now, which should do a ton of damage, and Outrage as well. Misty Terrain is really putting in work here in terms of keeping Gudra from getting burned, which is like the big thing I'm worried about. We know their items. We know Charizard has Life Orb. We don't know what Gastrodon has because we knocked out Gastrodon immediately. My guess on Tox is Specs. Poltergeist. We played this one a lot better. Yeah. Attack Bites Life Orb. That'll do it. Alright, we finally got it up and running. We're bringing the same Mons as last time, as all 3 rounds, just because I do think that's the best matchup for this team. Serena's great against Gastrodon, but I don't really want it facing down Marowak or Charizard. Amoonguss is useful too, but I also don't, again, same thing, I don't want it facing Marowak, I don't want it facing Charizard. So... this opponent seems really sweet. They're offering, they said good luck a bunch of times. They said the sets have been fun. They have been really fun. We're going to do the same lead. Let's see how they lead. The nice thing about what they did last time is it really let me Toxtricity Amoonguss. Alright. That makes me not really want to set up Trick Room. Although, no, same thing. We're going to do the exact same thing. The rationale being... I don't really want to get spored, so I'm going to set up Misty Terrain first. I think Overdrive is still going to trigger Weakness Policy. And I think while Trick Room is going to let Amoonguss go first, that's fine because Rage Powder, it doesn't really matter what Amoonguss is doing. Unless it Sludge Bombs to KO Primarina, which would be deeply unfortunate in this whole thing. But even if it does, I'm really confident in Marowak's ability. Okay, Rage Powder, that's what I thought. Overdrive again. Does a ton of damage, just like I thought it would. Critical hit on Comfy. That's a shame, but that's fine. Starfall's gonna make it so Amoonguss can't. So Amoonguss cannot hit us with a Sleep move. Trick Room again. Am I okay losing Primarina to... Yes, I think I am. I think we're going to Floral Healing, and I think we're going to Geyser into Toxtricity. We might get Overdrived again. That's okay because I actually think we might survive Overdrive because we're at a little bit around, we're around 50. If I Floral Healing, I think we can survive Overdrive. Amoonguss could protect, although I wouldn't be surprised by Rage Powder again. Either way, something's going down. Oh, unless it's Gastrodon, in which case we made a crucial play error. Okay, cool. Floral Healing is nice. It'll put us up in a range where we will survive an Overdrive. Spore's not going to work. Yep. Forgot about Misty Terrain. Toxtricity goes down. We're in a decent spot right now. I feel bad for that. It's a really easy mistake to make. It's a mistake I've for sure made. Marowak comes out. I expect a Rage Powder again. We're gonna Floral Healing again, and we're going to... I'm gonna Starfall into a Moongus, because we might get switched into Gastro here. But also because I'm less concerned about Marowak. I've got my own Marowak, which is a really good matchup, especially in Trick Room. Especially if Comfy's out here. If I can survive past Trick Room, yeah, Marowak gets big. But I don't think that Marowak can take out Primarina in one shot. And not having Comfy on this field is really, really useful. Or not having a Moongus on the field is really useful. Plus, they probably Rage Powder anyway. Floral Healing first should take us back up to, if not full, very close to it. Yeah, Rage Powder, that's what I thought. Phantasm into Primarina, does a lot of damage. I could have defended and Trick Roomed there. This will take out a Moongus. And now they have to call if I'm going to ally switch. Which is tricky. Which is a tricky call for them and a tricky call for me. Do I even want to ally switch? I think I'm gonna Floral Healing instead. I'm going to say they don't call an ally switch. This could be disastrous. They're taking their time to figure out if I ally switch. I'm not going to ally switch this time. Hopefully they read into it and think that I do. I'm glad I didn't reverse Trick Room because Charizard is bad. Charizard's sort of a rough one to face. Hopefully they read into an ally switch. If they don't, like if they call an ally switch and I don't do it, I think I basically just win this. Floral Healing. Let's see what they do. Yes, they called an ally switch. Whew. Hyper Voice should take both that. All right, that was good. I feel like, oof. That was great. Really fun match. Ally Switch mind games are rough. That's hard to predict around. I feel bad that my opponent forgot. My opponent mentioned losing. Yeah, we're up 3-2. Yeah, I guess we keep playing. Great game. Pajamafy was great. Really nice player. Yeah. See you in the next one.